Hello there, Virgo, and welcome to your August reading. Thanks for stopping by and spending some time here with me. If you like what you see, please click on that thumbs up, leave a comment, and hit the subscribe button and make sure notifications are turned on. All right, Spirit, tell me about Virgo in August 2021. What's going to happen for Virgo in August, Spirit? We have under consciousness, great gratitude. Under events, we have deception. And under events, we have great achievement. Okay. Okay, so what I initially get here, there was some kind of deception in the past that has now worked in your favor, and you have great gratitude and great achievement because of it. Now, whether this is in the workplace or in the home space, I mean, this picture shows more like in the workspace. So I kind of tend to want to go that way, but whatever this deception was, and I think it hurt before, has now turned in your favor in August. So if you're coming into August upset because somebody said something, somebody did something, somebody didn't do what they were going to say, or didn't say or denied that they said something, you know, whatever the deception was, and it kind of rocked your world, it feels like it really rocked your world or really upset you, is now turning, as flipped in your favor, and because of it, great achievement. So to me, this looks like a wedding thing, but with this being work, this does feel more like it's work related, and you get like a promotion, or you get some kind of recognition or party for your part, and this is an event as well. Like something happens where a gathering and you're the star, or you're the reason for the kind of celebration, and you just have so much gratitude that, and it's not about putting the other person down, or making whatever happened, making that person feel bad. I think that's part of the gratitude, because they get to learn a lesson, but it wasn't about that. It wasn't like you're going to make this person pay. It's not like that. This person definitely gets to, karma, or gets to deal with whatever the repercussions are of what they did or didn't do, or did or didn't say. And there's a sense of gratitude in that, but it's not like a malicious or a bragging, or, it does feel a balanced, equal. It's equaled out. Okay. They're getting what they get because they're the ones that tried to deceive or tried to do something that hurt you, that kind of thing. And you're grateful for the outcome. You're grateful for the acknowledgement and the recognition that you aren't the one that's the bad guy here. That's what I want to try to say. Okay, let's get some more information. Tell me more about Virgo in August, Spirit. What else is going to happen in August for Virgo? Okay. We have toadstools, growth. Daffodil fairy, new beginnings. Foggy bog, patience. And Spirit Guardian of Summer, expansion. Okay, so this summer, the summertime is your time to shine, Virgo. This is where you get your great achievement, you get your celebration. You've grown from this. There is a new beginning because of this deception. And again, there's a great gratitude even though you were upset about it, now that things have flipped, you're like, oh, that's why this is happening. Oh, I'm grateful now. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, guides. Whatever your beliefs are, you're grateful, and you get to have a whole new beginning. And there's so much growth in this, because I feel like you handled yourself well, even though there was some kind of deception. It was hurtful. It feels like you had the patience, and you were mature enough to deal with this in a way that you're grateful for as well. But it's also triggered more growth, and because of the even more growth, there's a new beginning and there's expansion. So this feels like it's work related, and a promotion, or even a job change to get away from the situation, the person, or whatever that the deception was. You get to move beyond whatever that situation was. That's the best way I can explain that. So if this isn't a job related, if this is just kind of in your daily life, you get to move out of that situation, that within that person's perimeter of influence. That's what I want to try to say. You no longer will be part of that person's either daily life or their influence over the others around both of you. You are going to be moving out of that, and you're expanding into bigger, greater, better things. And with this patience here, it feels like you already know you're growing and expanding and moving beyond, but there's it feels like the actual move, like if it's a new job, or if you're moving into a new house, or whatever this moving on, I don't know that it'll happen by the end of August, but it should be happening within summer. So it might be September that whatever this movement is going forward. But I do see that the celebration, or the recognition and the gratitude, is throughout August. All right, let's get some more information. Let's go a little deeper. Tell me more about Virgo in August, Spirit. What else should Virgo know about August? Okay. We have Nine of Swords, the Hierophant, the Six of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. Okay. So with this growth and expansion and the Queen of Swords, the lessons that you learn is going to make you more of this Queen of Swords energy. But let me get to that. So Nine of Swords. So this card is traditionally kind of about anxiety, maybe depression, even like nightmares. And I feel like this deception has caused these things for you. Like I said, this is going to flip for you, and it's going to work in your favor, even though up to this point it's been a nightmare. It's been a source of stress. It's been giving you a lot of anxiety and depression, right? But like I said, things are going to flip, and you're going to be recognized for what truly happened, or what was truly said, or whatever the circumstances are. And there's great gratitude. And so this stress is coming to an end. You're maybe coming into August with this, but like I said, things are going to flip for you in your favor, and that's going to be the end of that. And with the Hierophant here, I feel like your traditional ways, this affects your dealings with people. Maybe up to this point you've been a really nice person, or a really open person, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, it left you kind of open for the deception. Not that this is your fault. This is not saying, and Spirit is not saying this. what this card represents to me is that with this growth and this expansion, you're learning how to discern better who you can trust or who you can speak to, or you're going from a traditional way of dealing with yourself and people, and you're moving into a different way. That's part of the new beginnings here. What you're learning from this, the growth and the expansion, leads you to the Queen of Swords, which I will get to in a minute. The Six of Cups is about reminiscing. It goes along with the Hierophant to me because you're remembering how, as a child, maybe dealing with this kind of situation, or just reminiscing about being not so, being more open. Whereas this process is kind of not closing you off, but it is closing some doors that you're learning, like I said, discernment, which this is all happening quickly for you now because of how things have turned. So from this lesson, from this deception, you're going to be more capable of kind of shutting yourself off when you're like, okay, this person might not be truthful. It's about not giving, it's not that you don't want to give people the benefit of the doubt, but it's learning about a discernment about, okay, this person might deserve another chance, or this person might not be what I think, but you're not so open to everybody and everything. And it's a hard lesson to learn. And I think as you go forward, because Queen of Swords can be very cold and distant and shut off. And there might be a point where, and like I said, this is all happening, this transformation almost is happening quickly, that you might become, like the pendulum will swing from this way to the other way, and you might be cold and distant, especially since you're going into a new beginning. Like I feel like you're going into a new place. So as the Queen of Swords, you're strong mentally, and you are able to discern better, but there might become a time where you need to balance that pendulum, where you aren't so closed off or aren't so distant or aloof, but there's growth and expansion in that too. You get to learn. So it's like you're learning to not be, you're going from one side of the pendulum to the, and maybe after August to the other side, you might be a little more distant and cold, but it's still truthful. It's still your truth. And you have a different perspective about these types of situations, and you don't want this type of deception to happen again. But you're also learning that because this happened, you have this new beginning, right? This great achievement, this expansion. So there is learning a kind of balance here of, don't get too cold, too distant. And if you do, remember to soften up when you start seeing people or you start feeling so disconnected. This is like advice for the future way down the road. If you start feeling so disconnected because you've learned to it's like you've learned to harden your heart, but it's not necessarily a negative thing unless you let it be a negative thing, because there are times and places and people that you do have to be distanced from, and you do have to have that boundary or that barrier so that their energy doesn't affect you. So yeah, this is just about balancing that. And this is kind of the catalyst or the trigger to start you into that new beginning, that new growth and expansion on how to deal with others and deception and that kind of thing. Okay. One final message for Virgo. Spirit, please. One final message. What else do you have to say? Okay. That one fell. That's the one we'll take. That's the artwork. That's the doorway. And it says, the Sacred Lotus. Compassion in action, the chosen tool. I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel. Okay. Yeah, I think this is commenting on what I was just saying. The compassion. So because, like I said, with the Queen of Swords isn't necessarily the most compassionate, but that doesn't mean you're not capable of it. Again, it's about balancing and learning and discerning and knowing who you can be more open with and who you need to stay closed with. All right, Virgo, I think that's all the messages that I have for you. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And may the cosmos bless you with love and light. Namaste.